Hey, gorgeous souls. Let's cut straight to the heart of it. Leo, the king of the Zodiac, hides secrets so powerful they can flip everything you thought you knew about strength and charm. Ready to have your mind blown by their fiery enigma? I'm diving deep into the 8 hidden truths of Leo, peeling back the layers of this lion-hearted sign to reveal what makes them roar louder than anyone else. Stick with me, because by the end, you'll see Leo in a light you've never imagined. Now, let's stir the pot a bit. Have you ever wondered what really fuels a Leo's larger-than-life presence? Is it just confidence? Or is there a storm brewing beneath that golden glow? Let's unpack this, because there's more to Leo than meets the eye. First, picture this. A Leo at a buzzing party, the center of every laugh, every story, yet they've got this secret itch for solitude. Yeah, despite their extroverted flair, Leos crave alone time like a desert craves rain. It's not weakness, it's their sanctuary. I've seen it myself. A close friend with that classic Leo shine, always the life of the gathering. But after the crowd fades, they'd retreat to their quiet corner, journaling late into the night, processing every high and low. That solitude, it's where they recharge, reflect, and sharpen their claws for life's next battle. Then there's their warrior spirit, a fire that burns so hot it could melt steel. When a Leo sets a goal, nothing, no setback, no doubt, stands in their way. Think of a Leo I once knew, determined to launch a passion project despite zero funding. They hustled, pitched, and faced rejection after rejection. But their grit? Unbreakable. Within a year, they'd built something from nothing, proving failure just isn't in their dictionary. And don't overlook their hidden sensitivity. Beneath that unshakable confidence lies a tender core few ever glimpse. They wrestle with insecurities just like us, but mask it with a smile so bright you'd never guess the storms inside. It's this blend of strength and vulnerability that makes them so magnetic. Raw, real, and relentlessly human. Their complexity doesn't stop there. Leos are fiercely protective, guardians of their loved ones with a lion's instinct. I've watched a Leo stand up to anyone threatening their inner circle. No hesitation, pure courage in their eyes. Their kindness, though, is a double-edged sword, generous to a fault, yet they'll more if you cross their boundaries. And trust me, you don't want to test that. These traits, solitude, determination, sensitivity, protectiveness, and duality, form the bedrock of Leo's enigma, a sign that's both a fortress and a flame, drawing us in while daring us to keep up. All right, let's lay it all out, because understanding Leo means seeing the full spectrum of their soul. Start with their need for balance, social butterflies with a private cocoon. That alone time isn't just a quirk, it's essential. Studies on personality types often highlight how extroverts like Leo recharge through introspection as much as interaction. It's their way of organizing chaos into clarity. Imagine a Leo after a whirlwind week, shutting the world out, maybe staring at a sunset with a playlist humming softly, piecing together their next big move. That's their power reset. Now, zoom in on their warrior spirit. Competitiveness isn't just a trait, it's their lifeblood. Psychological profiles of driven personalities often peg Leos as natural leaders because their determination is wired into their DNA. Take that same friend I mentioned. They didn't just want success, they needed it, like air. Every no they heard was fuel. Every obstacle a challenge to conquer. They'd stay up till 3 a.m., crafting ideas, their desk a mess of coffee cups and scribbled plans until they cracked the code. That's Leo's relentless heart. Then there's the hidden depth, the sensitivity they guard so well. Beneath the bravado, they feel everything deep. I recall a moment at a gathering where a Leo's laugh lit up the room, but later, in a quiet corner, their eyes betrayed a flicker of doubt after a casual jab. They brushed it off, of course, but that split second showed me their inner world, a place of quiet battles fought with grace. And oh, their protective streak, it's primal. Leos are the shield for their tribe. Think of a scenario where a family member's in distress. A Leo doesn't just offer words, they act, whether it's confronting a problem head-on or pulling strings behind the scenes. I've seen it play out, a Leo rearranging their entire schedule just to be there for someone, no questions asked. Yet, their kindness can be a vulnerability. They'll give endlessly, time, energy, love, but cross them and that lion roars. I remember overhearing a heated exchange where a Leo, usually all warmth, drew a hard line when someone took advantage. Their voice was steady, eyes blazing. I'm here to help, not to be used. That duality, compassion and conviction, defines them. Add to this their ability to let go of grudges. Leos don't cling to resentment. Life's too short. They'd rather channel energy into growth, surrounding themselves with positivity. I've noticed how they curate their circle. Toxic vibes don't stand a chance. Picture a Leo walking away from drama, head high, focusing on a new project or a meaningful connection instead. It's emotional wisdom in action. These layers, solitude as strength, determination as fuel, sensitivity as depth, protectiveness as duty, duality as balance, and forgiveness as freedom. Paint a portrait of a sign that's both a roaring force and a tender heart, a leader who inspires yet feels every step of the journey. But wait, here's a twist that might shake you. Could Leo's greatest strength also be their biggest blind spot? Let's dig deeper into that duality of kindness and strength, because it's a tightrope they walk every day. On one hand, their generosity draws people in like moths to a flame. I've seen a Leo spend hours helping a friend through a crisis, offering not just advice, but tangible solutions, driving them to appointments, cooking meals, you name it. Their heart is a lighthouse, guiding others through storms. But here's the flip side. That same openness can leave them exposed. People misread kindness for weakness, and Leos often find themselves burned by those they trusted. I recall a story of a Leo who poured everything into supporting a struggling acquaintance, only to be ghosted once the help wasn't needed. You could see the hurt in their posture, shoulders slumped for days, though they'd never admit it. Yet, they didn't let it harden them. Instead, they learned. That's the magic. Their strength kicks in when kindness falters. They set boundaries with a ferocity that surprises even themselves. Imagine a Leo, voice calm but firm, saying, "I've given all I can, but I won't be stepped on." It's not anger, it's resolve. This push and pull isn't just personal, it's universal for Leos. Their challenge is balancing that big heart with a steel spine, knowing when to give and when to guard. And it ties into their emotional wisdom, that knack for shedding negativity. Unlike some signs who stew in grudges, Leos release it. I've watched one shrug off a major betrayal, not out of naivety, but choice. Holding on to that poison only hurts me, they said, and meant it, redirecting their focus to new horizons. This resilience, paired with their duality, shows why they're so captivating. 1 minute, a soft embrace. The next, an unyielding force. It's a dance of contrasts, and mastering it is what keeps them standing tall, no matter who tries to dim their light. Now, let's hit the crescendo, because the core of Leo's power lies in two unstoppable forces: their sociable spirit and their wild spontaneity in love. These aren't just traits, they're the heartbeat of who they are. First, their social magnetism. Leos don't just walk into a room, they ignite it. I've been at gatherings where a Leo's presence shifts the energy. Suddenly, everyone's laughing louder, sharing deeper, drawn to their warmth like it's a bonfire on a cold night. They thrive on connection, turning small talk into soul-bearing conversations. Picture this, a quiet dinner party, conversations dragging, until a Leo starts storytelling. Hands animated, voice rising and falling like a melody, weaving a tale of some wild adventure. Within minutes, strangers are friends, bonded over shared laughter. That's their gift, making everyone feel seen, valued, unforgettable. Research into social dynamics often points to charismatic personalities like Leo as natural connectors, with studies showing people feel more engaged in groups led by such energy. But it's not just surface charm. Their friendships run deep. A Leo I've known for years remembers every detail, your favorite song, that offhand dream you mentioned, and brings it up months later, proving they truly listen. Now, pair that with their approach to love, and you've got dynamite. Leos don't do romance halfway. They crave adventure, spontaneity, the kind of love that keeps you guessing. I've heard of a Leo who, on a random Tuesday, whisked their partner off for an impromptu road trip. No plan, just a tank of gas and a playlist, ending up at a hidden beach at midnight, dancing under the stars. That's their language. Unexpected, thrilling, alive. They reject monotony. For them, every day is a chance to fall in love again. Think of the little things. Surprise notes hidden in a bag. A sudden, let's try this crazy recipe at 9 p.m. Or a passionate debate that ends in laughter. Their heart beats for the extraordinary, and they'll risk it all for that spark. I've seen it firsthand. A Leo diving headfirst into a whirlwind romance, unafraid of the chaos, because to them, love isn't safe. It's a wildfire. This combo of sociability and romantic daring is Leo's ultimate power. It's why they're the king, ruling not just with strength, but with a spirit that inspires everyone to live bolder, love harder, connect deeper. Their energy is a call to action, a reminder that life isn't meant to be tame, and they lead by example, showing us how to roar through every moment with passion and purpose. All right, let's lighten the mood with a little magic moment that'll stick with you. Imagine a Leo, all fiery confidence, planning a surprise for their sweetheart on a whim. I heard this gem from a friend's circle. A Leo woke up one morning, decided to daze the day, and turn their tiny backyard into a fairy tale. No fancy budget, just sheer heart. They strung up old Christmas lights, dragged out a rickety table, covered it with a mismatched cloth, and cooked a meal that was more love than skill. Think slightly burned pasta, but paired with a playlist of songs tied to their best memories. By dusk, their partner came home to this glowing, quirky setup, complete with a handwritten note tucked under the plate saying, "Every day with you is my adventure." The food might have been a mess, but the tears of joy? Real. That night they slow danced under those flickering lights, laughing at the burnt bits, the world fading away. It wasn't perfect, but it was pure Leo, spontaneous, bold, dripping with feeling. I can't help but smile picturing it, because that's their essence, turning the ordinary into something you'll never forget. It's not about grand gestures. It's the thought, the risk, the "I did this for you right now" energy that hits you in the feels. And honestly, don't we all crave a little of that magic in our lives? A reminder to stop overthinking and just do something wild for someone we love. That backyard scene plays in my mind like a movie, a tiny rebellion against routine, and it captures why Leos steal our hearts. They live for the moments that make life sing, and they pull us into the chorus with them. So let's wrap this up, my beautiful stargazers. Leo's 8 secrets. Solitude as their strength, determination as their drive, sensitivity as their depth, protectiveness as their shield, kindness as their duality, forgiveness as their freedom, sociability as their spark, and spontaneity as their love language, reveal a sign that's both a roaring lion and a tender soul. They're the kings of the Zodiac because they balance raw power with raw heart, inspiring us to live fiercely and love fully. If you vibed with these revelations and want to keep exploring the cosmic wonders with me, hit that like, smash subscribe. It's the fire that keeps me sharing these stories with you. And hey, I've got to warn you, videos like this can vanish. So join our starry tribe now. One last thing, which Leo trait resonates with you most? Drop your sign and your thoughts below. I'm dying to read your cosmic confessions.